Lick number 69. Today I'm going to play through the blues pattern and play the solo that's been presented from 60 through 68. There's one lick in particular that at least 2 or 3 times I noticed that I put in here. There may be others that I've repeated also, but I'm going to use this little example for lick number 69. It's just this little mini lick that it's just this one little thing that goes. And you'll see that happening. It happens in lick number 60 and lick number 62. Something very similar to it happens in lick 65 with a pre-bend where you bend it up to the 7th fret. You bend up to the sound of the 9th fret first, and you release, and then you pull off to the 5th fret. But a few of the other times, in 60 and 62 in particular, we did this where we bend from the 7th fret up to the sound of the 9th fret, and then we pull down to the 5th fret, all on the 3rd string. 1st and 3rd finger, 2nd fingers down also to help push. Let me do a close-up of this for you. So we 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger down. We play the 7th fret, and we're going to bend to the sound of the 9th fret. We bend up, release, and then you pull it down to the 5th fret. Just before you pull the 2nd finger, if the 2nd finger is helping to push the string up, once you release, the 2nd finger has to come off just a little bit to do the pull, or else you'll get something like that. We don't want that. We want just. So we have to get that 2nd finger off so you don't get that 6th fret note sound in there. So that lick can be used either with vibrato at the end of it, like this. You could slide down after it, something like that. You could slide up maybe. And in most of the cases here, when I've used it, I'm doing that blues bend that just bends up about a 1/4 tone. So I go, and then notice the pick is stopping the sound of the bend. So we have that kind of sound. So that's it. So that's the mini lick I'm giving you for number 69. And now I'm going to play the jam track and play the solo with it. I'm going to try to remain as true to the original that I did as possible. It's a little bit difficult not to vary a little bit here and there, but I'm going to do the best I can with this. So, okay, here's the jam track. So that's the jam track with the whole solo play to it. And please check out the tablature on bobporri.com on my website, and have it all available as PDF files. And I think there's a number of standard type licks that I used in this one solo here. Again, we have that which is very, very common. I did a lot of sliding where I went, 3rd finger type slides, that kind of stuff. I stayed mostly within the pentatonic. I did go down. I did use the sliding form of the pentatonic. Again, I show this in other lessons. Again, you can look this stuff up on my website, the sliding forms. So this would be sliding form 5-1-2, where we go from pentatonic form 5, sliding into form 1, and then sliding into form 2. So there's a few sweet spots to be in this area, like this higher point in form 2, when we get this finger pattern. If we use finger 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, you get the opportunity to do a bunch of bends. You can do a whole and a half step bend on this note. I didn't use it in this particular solo, but this note here, we can bend up a whole and a half step like that. So I'm going up 3 frets distance with that. You get that sound there, adding vibrato to it. One other thing I'm going to mention, when I go to that extension of that scale, I've always, instead of using the third finger and sliding up with the third finger and then switching fingers up there, I've always switched to the second finger at this point, at the 7th fret, and then slid. Here, I'll show that close. So when I do the sliding form, I'll go from, this is the form 5 of the pentatonic, sliding into form 1 of the pentatonic. Instead of using my third finger here, I've always put my second down to slide up 2 frets, and then I'm in this nice strong position with the first and third finger. When I slide back down, just use the first finger to slide back down. But rather than using the third finger to slide up and then changing fingers like this, I've always put my second finger at the 7th fret of the 3rd string, slid it up to the 9th fret. This is when I'm in the A minor pentatonic, form 1, and then wanting to get to the extension to the top, on the top part of form 2 is what it is. So it's just the way I do it, and I've just always liked doing it that way. Again, we get this nice little pentagon pocket or hot spot, or we can sweet spot that we can use here. Another good spot is the 1-3, 1-3, 1-3 we have, and then once you slide down to the 3rd fret position, you have some other cool notes to kind of work around down there too. You can use that the blues scale on the 5th string, adding to the pentatonic, adding the 5th, 6th, and 7th frets with the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger on the 5th string. And the higher version of the blues note would be that note there. So you'd have 1st finger, 3rd string, 5th fret, 3rd finger, 7th fret. That would be the blues note added. 4th finger on the 8th fret of the 3rd string. So the chromatic there is going from the 7th fret to the 8th fret and then to the 2nd string. That's if we stayed in form 1 pattern. So hopefully this gives you a few extra ideas. And so have some fun with that, and we're considering that lick number 69.